visual image and his dancing and the choreography were really groundbreaking. He had a real lightness of being, and just from when he was a small boy, he just totally stood out and just leapt out of the screen at you. And I think there'll be tremendous sadness because his career did take a dip in the last 10 years. But in the same way that I mean, I wrote a book about Dusty Springfield, and I felt that after her death, there was a real re-evaluation of her role in British pop music and how much she contributed to pop music. And I think there's likewise on a bigger scale there'll be a real re-evaluation of what Michael Jackson's achieved.
We've already heard in the recent hours people putting all this on a par with the death of Elvis Presley, for instance. I mean, will it be as big and...
Well, I have to say, it does remind me of the night that Elvis Presley died. And you know, I remember back in the 70s there was a news flash: Elvis Presley's died, and the huge sense of disbelief that this, because a cultural icon like that becomes part of your life, it becomes part of your emotional journey, part of your growing up, and Michael Jackson was the same. And it's interesting, you know, we see footage not just of people in their 40s and 50s, we see people, young people talking. You know, he really touched their lives too, which I think is quite amazing.
Yeah, I was saying to you, Matt, wasn't I, earlier, that in fact I was a young lad when Michael Jackson joined the Jackson 5, and as that young boy of what, 6 or 7, I think he was at the time, went on stage, appeared on television, and he just looked a star then, in a sense, didn't he?
Michael Jackson has been a part of everyone's life for the last 40 years. If you love him or hate him, if you're a fan or you're not a fan, you can't ignore what he's done, not just to music, but how he's influenced so much of everyone's lives. And I think that goes beyond the music, it goes beyond the entertainment. I think for a lot of people, even just Heal the World, it made a lot of people want to reach out, do charities, help children, help, you know, We Are the World for USA for Africa.
Matt, just let me pause you a moment, because we can see the body of Michael Jackson there being put on the trolley, shrouded, of course, in that white cloth, being taken away in what probably is an ambulance. Michael Jackson's body there, flown and being weighted by the coroner's office. The autopsy, we know, will be taking place, as the coroner said to us earlier, as soon as possible. No doubt there will be some legal matters to go through before that can happen. But there we are, Michael Jackson's body now in the vehicle, ready to be taken away. Matt, just watching those scenes there, again, I know it's hard for you and all your fans in the network around the world to be taking all this on board. And you were talking just a moment ago about how you think that everyone's going to cope with it, and you said possibly, you know, maybe even in the realms of a Princess Diana type of reaction. I mean, do you think that's a realistic view?